Okay, so let's start with some knees up. So I don't think it will take as long to warm up today. It's pretty hot. So we're going to do 30 seconds of each thing, and we've got like a 5-second swap over to the next thing. So just keep it on. Knees up nice and high. Good work. Okay, so next one we're going to do is squat touch. So squatting down, touch the ground, reach up. Try and keep your chest up. Just go nice and slow. So to see how you feel today, if you need to have a rest, you can have a rest. Hi, Caroline. We just started. That's it. So we're doing squat touch. Nice work. Okay, and then coming to shadow boxing. So take your dominant leg back, chest up nice and tall, core on, and we'll start with straight punches. Nice deep breathing. Here we go. Nice and strong. Uppercuts. So chest up nice and tall. Good. And then back to the knees up. We'll do a few rounds. Make sure that you drink plenty of water today. It's pretty hot. That's it. Nice work. Okay, and then switch over to squat touches again. Okay. Deep breathing, breathe in as you squat down, breathe out as you reach up. Good work. Okay, and then back into shadow boxing. Let's start with hooks. So elbows, wrists high, up to the shoulders. Keep your core on strong so your body doesn't move very much. That's it. Let's go left and right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's go uppercuts. That's it. Nice work. Get your shoulders moving. Okay, now let's go straight punches left and right. So keep your body still. Good job. Okay, one more set through. So we're back to knees up. That's it. Good job. Nice and high. Nearly there. Good work. Okay, squat touches. Here's our deep breathing. Good work. Okay, back to last one. Shadow boxing. Let's start at straight punches. That's it. So bring your core on, bring your belly button into your spine. Chest up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll go uppercuts. So nice and fast. That's it. Chest up. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Hi, Chrissy. You're lucky. You just about missed the warm up. And elbows up, nice and high. Good work. Okay. Grab yourself a sip of drink. And then we're going to do a few stretches. So make sure you drink plenty of water today. Let's start with a few stretches. Water went down the wrong way. That's it. Just go from side to side. And come back to the middle and bring your left arm across your body, right arm underneath. Just draw it to your chest and above your left shoulder. And then swap to your right side. And then pop your left foot out in front of you and flex your foot and just bring your body forward so you get a nice stretch down the back. And by having your foot flexed, you get a bit of a stretch through the calf as well. If you can reach it, you can pull your toes back towards you. If you can't, don't worry. And then switch sides. So it's just a nice gentle hamstring stretch. And then come back up to standing. We'll stretch our quads next. So if you need to hang on to something, just put your hand next to a wall or piece of furniture. Bring your heel to your butt and bring your knees together. This is good practice one for the balance work as well if you want to not hold on. Let's go to the other side. Yeah, bring your knees together. Chest up nice and tall. So get a stretch through your shoulder and also your quads. Yeah. And then make that one go down. Bring your feet nice and wide. And inhale, come up. Exhale, fall forward. Slide your hands down your legs and bring your fingertips down to your mat. And let the crown of your head point towards the mat. And then just keep the back of your legs another nice stretch. Take a few deep breaths in. Just notice how your body feels. And then come back up to standing. Give your legs a little shake. And then grab your weights and grab another quick drink if you want. And we'll start with some biceps. Just change our timer. Okay, so we're going to do, for each exercise, we'll do 45 seconds of the actual exercise, and we'll do a 15-second changeover. So let's get that started. So grab your weights. Okay, so soft knees, pull on. Bring the weights up in front of us. That's it. Yeah, so keeping your body nice and still with your core on strong. That's it, nice. Deep breathing. Ten seconds to go. Should be feeling that in your bicep muscles. Don't keep your chest still. Good work. Okay. And then put your weights down on the ground and find the wall. We're going to do wall sit next. So come up against a wall there or a door frame or something. And I want you to slide down so that your thighs are parallel with the floor. So if you put a pen on your thighs, it wouldn't roll off. And press your back against the wall. That's it. So this one's working on the strength of your thighs. So let's take some nice deep breaths while you do this. We're a very active poodle here today. She's just come back from dog school. She must be energized. So deep breathing, here we go. Nearly there, just 45 seconds more. job. Okay, come back up to standing. Give your legs a shake and grab your weights. Next one is going to be calf raises. So grab a weight in each hand. Feet about hip width apart, and we're going to inhale, lift our heels up as high as we can, and then slowly lower it down. That's calm up and up. That's the way. Hey, Jorda. That's it. Here we're going. So this one helps to, so we're lifting our heels up, coming up nice and tall, and then slowly down. And we're working all the muscles under our feet, and also the stabilizers in our ankles, knees and hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Okay, give your legs a shake. Have a quick sip of drink if you want, and then we're going to do another set of biceps. So we're going to repeat those 3 again. Just take a couple of deep breaths. Okay, so soft knees, chest up nice and tall. That's it. Back into bicep curls. Nice and strong. Try and keep your body a little bit more still, Martin, so that actual your chest is still, but it's just your arms moving. Your weight's probably a bit heavier than most of us, but just try and stabilize it. See if it works. 15 seconds to go. Of course, it's sweaty business today. 3, 2, 1. Okay, drop your weights down and then find your wall sit again. Come into position. Make sure you get nice and low so that your thighs get parallel to the floor. Push your back against the wall. Just keep it nice and strong. Deep breaths. Keep going. Nearly there. Okay, coming up to standing. Give your legs a shake. Pick up your weights again, and we'll do another set of calf raises. So with these, we've got our feet about hip width apart, and we're going to lift up our heels, come up nice and tall, pause at the top, and then slowly down. Good work. Yep, nice. So this is great for balance as well. Find yourself a point to stare at to help you with balance. That's it, nice. 15 seconds to go. Should you start to feel it now? Wait for your feet. Nice. Okay. Give your legs a shake, grab a quick drink, and then we're going to do squat press after that. So grab one weight in your hand. Okay. About hip width apart, toes pointing out, elbows forward, hold the weight at your collarbone, and we're going to squat down and then press it up. That's it, good work. Anyone with any blood pressure issues, just hold it at your chest so that you don't lift it above your head. Lifting above your head is just that little bit harder. Looks like everyone's doing it, so it's all good. That's it, just go at your own pace. Remember, it's super hot today, so don't push yourself too hard. If you need a rest, take a rest. Good work. Okay, next one's push-ups. So if you need to push up against the wall, you can find yourself a wall space. Have your hands nice and wide. If you want to push up on the mat, come down onto your knees or onto your toes, whichever. Bring your hips forward so you've got a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. If you're against the wall, try not to have your feet too far out. Comfortable points. Some nice deep breathing. So just working our arms and our chest. Nice and strong. We've got 10 seconds to go. So keep it going. Right. Okay, next one's a side plank. So coming onto your side, if you want to have a little bit more padding underneath your elbow, just fold your mat in half. It's a nice long straight line with your foot. Sorry. Bottom leg bent, top leg straight, and come up. So we're doing a side plank. So you should have a nice straight body. The elbow should be underneath your shoulder. If for some reason this doesn't feel right for you, you can always go into a normal plank in your front, on your toes or your knees. We're working our obliques, which is the muscles down the side of our abs. Good job. Come on down and then swap over to the other side. So bottom leg is bent, top leg straight, elbow under your shoulder, and then lift up your hip and then lift up your arms. That's it, so nice and strong. Deep breathing. Keep it going, nearly there. 10 seconds to go. Good job. Okay, come on down. Go onto your back, pull your knees up to your chest and reach back out. And then we're going to come back up to standing again. We're doing the squat press. Good. Okay. So we're going to squat down, elbows forward, press up. It's nice and slow. That's it. Deep breathing. Ten seconds to go. Yeah, so just have one weight, Chrissy. Just hold one weight. That's it. Beautiful. Okay, that one's done. Good job. Back to push-ups again. So some of you will go against the wall and some will come onto the mat. So whichever works for you. Having your hands nice and wide. That's it. Move on. Move on. That's it. So you can do the push-ups against the wall, Chrissy, if you want, or on the mat. So you've got a nice long spine, nice and slow. Deep breathing. Good job. Keep it up. Got 20 seconds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring your body into a child's pose and into back out. And then we're going to move into our side plank again. So if you need to have a bit more padding on your elbow, just fold your mat in half. So bottom leg's there, top leg straight, you're on your side. Up on your elbow and lifting your hip and lifting your top arm. Just hold it nice and strong. If this one doesn't work for you, you can always do just a normal plank on your knees or your toes. Sit here but strong. 15 seconds to go. If it's too much, have a rest. Good job. Come on down. Swap sides. Okay, so bottom leg bent, top leg straight, nice and straight through the body. Lift your hip up and then lift your arm. Hold that in deep breath. So finish it off. 10 seconds. Nearly there. Good job. Okay. Long onto your back and hug your knees up to your chest. So just have a little pause there. Allow you time to grab a drink.
Stopping session.
How's everyone going? Can you just give me a thumbs up if you're okay? Good. Okay, great. So grab yourself a drink. Okay, so the next lot are all on the ground. So we're going to start off with a plank. So hop down onto the ground and get ready for your plank position. So you can do plank on your toes, plank on your knees, whatever feels right for you today. Have your bottom down nice and flat. So you've got a straight line from the shoulders to your heels or your shoulders to your knees if you're doing a new one. Keep it nice and strong and deep breathe. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to your child's pose. And back a nice rinse. Okay, and then next one's lateral leg raises. So we're going to go onto our side this time. Put one weight on the top leg. You're up on your elbow. Nice, long, straight legs. Hip forward, squeeze your butt. And then we're going to lift up our leg. That's it. If it's too hard with the weight, you can drop the weight off and just push your hand against your leg. So this one's working your leg muscles and glutes, mainly, and also it's working on the lower core. If your leg's coming up really high, just squeeze the butt and move your hip a bit more forward. You should be feeling this one. 10 more seconds. I want to go for a swim where Martin is. That beach looks nice. As long as there's no sharks. Outside. So make sure you've got plenty of padding underneath your elbow. Hip forward, squeeze the butt, and flex your foot. Lift your leg up. That's it, keep it going nice and strong. Finish it off. 10 seconds to go. Good work. Okay, drop your weight off and come onto your back. Hug your knees up to your chest and rinse your back out. And our next one we're going to do is a bridge. So you're in the right position for your bridge. Bring your heels down as close to your buttocks as you can. And we're going to press down with your elbows and heels and lift your hips up as high as you can. Pause at the top, squeeze the buttocks, and then slowly lower your spine down like a weight chain. Then bring your heels a little closer to your buttocks again, and then inhale, come up. Lift up as high as you possibly can, push through the heels and the elbows, squeeze the butt, and then slowly down. And just keep that going. So this is working your quads, your glutes, your lower core, and you can feel the stretch through your hips as well. It's a way to work the legs without irritating the legs. And then hug your knees up to your chest.
Rest.
And you're in the right position for the next one. Lift your bottom up and put your hands under your hips and then lift your legs up straight. And we're going to flutter the legs and really press the lower back into the mat so that you've got your lower back nice and protected. These are working on the lower abs. These are called leg flutters. So the higher your feet are, the easier it is. You can slowly bring your legs a little lower. If your back pops up, just bring them up high again. So you find a happy point there for you. Deep breathing. So just finish it off. Okay, hug your knees into your chest. Rinse your back out.
Rest.
Good. So that's that set done. Now we're back to plank. So we'll repeat that set we just did. If you want to have a quick drink, you can. And then come into plank. So we're moving pretty fast. We'll do one more set of all of those, and then we'll have a break for a drink, and then we'll do a stretch. So we're nearly there. So deep breathing, keep nice and strong. If your lower back's hurting on this one, you can go to your knees or go into child's pose and stretch back out. Good work. Okay, so come down to child's pose, reach your back,
Rest.
and then come onto your side. We'll do lateral leg raises. And then one weight for this one. So come onto your side, elbow up on your elbow. Nice straight body, hip forward, squeeze the butt, flex it. That's here, we got nice and strong. Squeeze the buttocks, flexible. Keep going, right there. 10 seconds to go. Good work. Drop the weight off. Swap sides.
Rest.
If you're like me, you'll be sweating by now. So come on to your other side. Nice straight legs, hip forward, squeeze the butt, flex the hips, and weight on the top leg. Good job. Just keep going. Second side's always harder, so just try and keep it strong. You really should be feeling it in your buttocks and your legs. Keep your core strong. 10 seconds to go. Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Drop the weight off. Come onto your back and hug your knees up to your chest and reach your back out. Just roll in a circle. And then bring your heels down close to your buttocks for bridge. And inhale, squeeze up through the hips. Push through your heels, push through your elbows. Squeeze the butt, lift it up high as you can. Pause at the top and then slowly bring your spine back down. And then go up again. Make sure your heels are close to your buttocks. That's it. Push up high as you can, slowly down. This one's working hamstrings, quads, glutes, and core. Maybe you're working your core, it helps to stabilize you so that you don't get a balance at all. Nice work. And then hug your knees up to your chest again. And roll your body in a circle or rock from side to side. And then bring your feet back down to the mat. Put your hands underneath your buttocks. And then lift your legs up. And so we're going to flutter your legs. So this is the leg flutters. We're working our lower core. Try and push your lower back into the mat. Just gently bring your feet a little lower. You feel it's harder as they go lower. Deep breathing. Good work. Okay, then hug your knees up to your chest again.
Rest. Stopping session.
Okay, so hug your knees into your chest. And then we'll move into our stretches. If there's any area that you particularly would like stretched, just take yourself off mute and let me know, and I'll make sure that I cover that area as well.
I like the back.
You like lower back, Julia?
Yeah, and hip flexor.
Oh, okay, hip flexor and lower back. Okay. Anybody else have any special areas that need stretching? Jenny?
Neck and shoulders.
Neck and shoulders, okay. Good. Anyone else? No? Okay, so let's do that. So let's start with the Julie's lower back and hip flexors. We might start with, let's come up to standing. And we'll do hip flexors first. So if you stand at the back of your mat and step forward with your right foot, I'll do it sideways so you can see it better. Okay, so getting yourself nice and steady there. And you're going to scoop your hip under. I've got my right foot forward, so my left heel is lifted up. I've got my right hand on my right leg, and I'm going to bring my left hand over the top. So you get a nice stretch down through that hip flex on the left. This one. So these get quite tight if you're doing a lot of sitting. Like if you're going on a long trip in the car, you got to stand up and they're just really tight. And then release it, and then swap sides. So take your right leg back this time. Scoop your hip under, scoop your bottom under. And then bring your right hand over the top. So go forward so you can see. And so the right heel will be up off the mat. So you're really scooping that forward and you're feeling the stretch through the hip flexor. By bringing your arm up over the top, it just opens it up a little more. Good. And then release that, give it a shake. Okay, next one, good for your hips. Take your feet a little wider, and I want you to come down. So for those of you that have had some knee issues, just be careful, don't go too low. So you're coming down into a position like this. So those like Penny and Chrissy, you just watch your knees. And you can come into this position. You can use your elbows to press your knees out a bit wider. And for the rest of us, we can come lower. So we can come all the way down and just push our elbows out. So this one, you can feel a nice stretch through the hip opening, nice hip opening. This is called a yogi squat. Just take a few stretches here, a few breaths. Good, and then bring yourself down to the mat. And come onto your back, and we'll do the glutes next. So this will help with lower back as well. So I want you to lay on your back and have knees bent so your feet are on the ground. Then lift up your left leg and bring it across the front of the right leg. So your legs across. And then reach forward with your arms. And you're drawing the left leg towards your chest. You can hold on to the left leg, or you can put your hands through the gap in the legs to the right shin or the right thigh, depending on what you can reach. And then bring your back and your head down to the mat. And just relax into it. Take some deep breaths. This is called reverse pigeon. We do these in yoga. You can roll from side to side or round in a circle if you want. Just feel that nice stretch through the left glute. And then release your hands, but keep that leg bent. Bring the right foot down to the mat. Bring your left arm straight out from your shoulder and put your right hand on the knees and draw them to the right side as you look towards the left. Try and keep your shoulders and head on the mat. As you draw the knees to the right, you get a really nice stretch through the left side of your body. Each time you exhale, allow your body to straight up. And then release your knees, bring them back to center. Uncross them and cross them the other way. So left foot's on the ground, right foot is crossing over. And then you're going to reach forward with your hands. You're either going to bring that right leg towards you, or you're going to pull, grab hold of the left shin or the leg. That's it. That's it. Keep it nice and strong. Deep breathing, relax your shoulders into the mat. And connect with that stretch through the right glute. One more breath here, and then release your hands, let the left leg come down to the mat, and bring the right arm straight out from your shoulder on the ground. Use your left hand to draw the knees to the left side as you gaze towards the right side. Try not to just let your body collapse into it, just control it. So you look into the right, you get a nice stretch in the long spine. Take some deep breaths. Nice stretch in the spine, nice stretch through the right glute. And then release your hand off your knee and bring your knees back to center, uncross them, and then hug them into your chest again, and either rock and roll or roll around in a circle, just massage your lower lumbar spine. So it's really good. Anyone who has any niggles with the lower back, they're all good ones too. Okay. Next one, let's sit on the mat with our feet straight out in front of us. Flex your feet as well. Okay, and we'll reach up tall. Make sure you're up on your sit bones. You sort of rock from side to side. And then exhale, fold forward, and bring your chest towards your legs. If you can reach your toes, pull the toes back towards you, and you get a nice stretch through the calf as well. If you can't reach your toes, hold on to your ankles or onto your shins. Gaze towards your toes. Take a few deep breaths here. And then release your hands. Let's do a few stretches for neck and shoulders for Jenny. So let's roll our shoulders in a circle. That's it. And then go the other way. Good. And then bring your left hand across your body, right hand underneath. And draw that across as you look over your left shoulder. So you're getting a nice stretch through the scapula on the left side. release it and change to the other side. That's it. Some nice grunting there, Gilda.
Sorry.
That's all right. Okay, and then release it. Now let's come onto your hands and knees. There's one other good one that I know Caroline likes. This is called thread the needle. So have your knees hip width apart, nice big open hands. Bring the right hand towards the middle of the mat and inhale, lift the left hand up and gaze towards the left arm as you stretch through the chest. And then exhale, thread the left hand underneath the right and slide the right hand forward and bring your head on the left side, the left ear and the left side of the head down towards the mat. And then stretching through the left scapula. It's great for shoulders.
Good. And then come up to the other side. So this time bring your left hand towards the middle of the mat. Inhale, lift up the right hand, open up through the chest. And then exhale, thread the right hand under the left and take your left hand forward. Bring your right ear and head down towards the mat. Take some nice deep breaths here and feel the stretch through the right scapula. Good, and then come back up onto all fours. Bring your knees to the outside edges of the mat and bring your buttocks down to your heel. Chest up nice and tall, and then we're going to walk our hands forward, walk our body into a child's pose and bring your forehead down to the mat. So this one, and you feel it through your shoulders and lower back. Take a few deep breaths here, just noticing how your body's feeling now. You should be feeling nice and warm and nice and stretched. Then from here, come back up to all fours. And I want you to tuck your toes under, lift up your hips, and you'll bring yourself into a downward dog. And then press your heels towards the ground, getting that nice stretch through the back of the legs. And then walk your feet out as wide as you can and walk your hands underneath you so you're in a wide-legged forward bend. And from here, you can either have your hands flat on the mat or you can fold your arms and let your body hang upside down. It's a really nice stretch for the back of the legs and the lower back. That kind of opens up all the little spaces in your spine, and it's good for your neck as well to hang like this. Let's take a few deep breaths. And then bring your hands down to the mat. Heel toe your feet a little closer together and come up to standing. Okay, so we'll do some more for your neck now. We're going to nod your chin in so you feel a nice stretch through the back of your neck. And then look up. Look up nice and tall, so stretching through the front of the neck. And then nod your chin in again. So you feel this all the way down the back of your shoulders. And then come up to a neutral position. Bring your right hand and bring it over the top of your head. Drop your left shoulder and draw the neck towards the right side. So you get a nice stretch through the traps area through there. That's it, good. And then the other side. So drop the right shoulder. Be really gentle with this one. Well done for all of you doing this one, because it's a Friday and it's hot and you've made it through. So you did so well. And then give your shoulders another little roll. Give your body a shake. One more stretch before you finish. Let's do the quad stretch. So if you want to hold on to something, you can. Just bend your leg, bring your left foot into your bottom and bring your knees together. That's it. If you want to hold on, you can. If not, just try and balance. Good. And then switch over to the other side. Find something to stare at that helps you with your balance. That's it. Good. Okay, excellent work. Good job, you guys. And now, before you all run away, I want to take a photo because we've got a really good group today. It's really good to see. So I'll put this up on Instagram or something. So I want you to give me your best strong photo. Move, Olive. Okay. Yay. Okay, the best you can. Woohoo! Nice job. Good. Okay, take yourselves off mute and let me know how you went.